G'day guys, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome, but you may want to start on a different video. This is going to be a bit sort of hardcore, nerdy sort of stuff, not terribly exciting potentially. Basically I'm going to go through, seeing as it's the beginning of the year, and just test all my 40 volt batteries here, and if I've got time, if the video doesn't get too long, we'll do the 18 volt, 14 volt, stuff like that. So this is a Makita battery checker. If you have never seen this before, check out the video in the top corner up here on my main channel. I won't go into too many details about how all this works, but if you want to check it out up there. Then this will maybe make more sense. All I'm really doing today is checking how many charges each battery has had and whether the overall health of the battery looks alright, because basically I use different batteries for day-to-day tasks and work and stuff than I do to the tool reviews. I have special ones for the tool reviews, and once they get a bit too high in charges, then I either use them for other work purposes and get new ones to replace for doing tool reviews, or I sell them off. So I want to see if there's any here that I want to flick off because the numbers are getting a bit too high, and whether the review ones need changing, that sort of thing. So let's get into it. I've written all my batteries down here on a piece of paper, and I'm going to just put all the numbers on them as I go along. So starting with my only 2 amp hour battery, which I basically just use for reviews and stuff. It doesn't get used too often. 42 charges, a few. I use it for a couple of small tools, but yeah, basically only if I need it for a review these days. So 42. I'm not doing any editing on this video either. You're just going to have to put up with me rambling. Battery health's that one at the top there, which is all good. The inside temperature of the battery right now, 24 degrees Celsius or 75 degrees Fahrenheit, which is just the air temperature. It's about 27 degrees in here. It's pretty damn warm. I might even, once I've checked a couple of these batteries, chuck one on, on the on the fan behind me and turn that on, because yeah, she's pretty sweaty. 72 for that one. Oh, I forgot to check it again. So let me just quickly write down that other one, which was what, 42. Then we got 72. Boom. Whoa, see, now that does not look good. That's worrying. Now sometimes it'll get down like that, but you just cycle the battery through a few times, sort of. Don't overcharge it too much, don't undercharge, don't stress it out too much, but just make sure you're using it, and this will come back up. 26 degrees, that one a bit hotter, was kept in a slightly different place. Some of these I've just taken straight off the tools. 41.1 volts means she's fully charged, because it is a 41 volt max, as we know. This here shows, even though I wasn't going to tell you I was going to do this, but hey, we're here now. Mostly it has not been used to a hot degree. See, we've got low there, that's where most of the charges are. So this battery hasn't been overworked, so that's not a reason why it should be in bad health. And yes, same again there, nothing up in the high region as a siren goes past, because hey, wouldn't be a tools and stuff, or in this case a builds and stuff video, without that. So this was one of the first 2.5s, but this is one I use for tests. So 29. So that's good. It's still pretty reasonable for one of these batteries. Health, 1 bar down on that. Boom, boom. We don't need to check all that on every one. Like I say, I'm just basically checking the numbers. So this one is probably the one I use the most, I think. Maybe not. 45. Okay, not as much as one of the others. 45. This bar at the bottom is its current charge, so that battery is probably showing 3 lights. 1 bar down on the health as well. Only 23 degrees that one, and like I said, 3. Boom. So now we're on to the 4s. Where's the one? They're all up the wrong way, so I can't tell which one, the order I want to do them in. That one will do. This was my first test battery, which I've sort of retired now because I've got a couple of other fresher ones here. So this is probably at 30 or 40. Oh, only 23. Barely been used at all. In good health, 26 degrees. She's warm today, she's warm. What do we got here? RF. This one will have a few more. This is one of my batteries that I use on a daily-ish basis. A work battery, shall we say, rather than a review battery. 85, only on half health. That's interesting. But I've noticed this comes and goes, so I'm not really sure how accurate it is. When a battery is completely knackered, they're gone. It's usually dead up there, but sometimes they're down low and then they come back. So, sorry, just having a mouthful of drinkies there, because like I say, she's pretty hot. So yeah, that's sometimes it's a good notification that you need to maybe just look after the battery a bit more, cycle it through differently. This one, no, we'll leave that one. I'll have a check of some of the features and some of these other ones that have been thrashed a bit more when we come to them. So now, did I write that down? Yes, I did. So next up, what's this one? RF2. This battery's had a hard life. And 104 and is currently flat. So I just took it out of the vac. 104. So that one's starting to get up there. Had a few goes, running at half, 27 degrees inside. That's probably just starting to cool down because it was used about an hour or so ago. 27.3, it's because it needs to be charged. The rest of it, not too bad. This one at the end here, if there is something wrong, your battery's not working, this will tell you whether it's a cell, a chip, like the battery management system on the top, or some other shit. Basically, any of these show up, you're in trouble. And your battery is basically forked. There ain't anything you can do about it. So, next, RF1, another one of the ones that gets used every day sort of thing. 97, boom. All of them showing the half, eh? I should be writing that down too, shouldn't I? So bars, so we got 2 shimming, and we got 2 on that one. I can't remember the others, we'll have to go back and do that at a later time. This is my original 4 amp hour battery, or along with, which doesn't get used every day. It was started off as a review battery, and 57 charges, not too bad, only showing 2 health as well. It's almost like all my batteries are only half healthy. What's going on? Right, how many more 4s have we got? We'll save that one till last. This one is a new one. I'm missing a couple here. Where's the 3 and the 4? What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Have I done 3 and 4, not written something down here? What have I got? No. Missing 2 batteries. Thought I'd got them all. Oh, one of them is still on the fan behind me. Come here, you bastard. So this one, a bit more thrashed than others. Missing the, whatever, the fuel gauge stickery thing on the front there. So this one will be up around the 100 mark probably. Oh, only 80. And, ooh, only 1 bar. Kind of doesn't surprise me by just the visuals of that one, that it's only got the 1 health bar, but still interesting. Hasn't been thrashed. Yeah. Shouldn't be too bad. Now, where is the other one? One moment. Okay, found it. Forgot that I had the chainsaw out back. A lot of them, I had to go around and find them because some of them just permanently live inside the vac. Radio, the fans usually got one on, torch has got one, you know, and chainsaw. So 56, and blower of course, a little dust blower's always going on. 56, not too bad. Ooh. None of them look like they're in good health. 23 degrees. Cooler out the back than it is down here. Right, now some new ones. This is a new test battery. Hasn't been used many times. It's sort of new review ones that I only introduced I don't know, a couple of months ago. 5, nice and fresh, that one. And in full health, that's good to see. Not fully charged. Another one that I got at the same time, also for the same purpose of reviews, and she's had 6. Okay, so that's good, both the same basically, and 4 bars of health, that's good. And another one for review purposes, the new, if you haven't seen this before, this is the high output battery review up in the top corner. Should also be probably about less than 10. 9, look at that, and 4 bars, all good. Right, now the big ones, only got 1 5 amp hour. I don't really, change page, don't really use this one all that much, to be honest. Once I got the 8s, I started using the 8s for the big stuff, and I got so many 4s now that I just cycle through those. So the 5 mostly gets used for review purposes now, just like the 2. Take that out of shot, YouTube might not like it. It's annoying. 50, yeah, it's had a few. 3 bars. Let's have a look what else is going on here. Pretty evenly spread across there. Oh, got a few high ones, but it's gotten a bit hot and things over its life. It did get really hot one day because yeah, it was this one. I started melting the corner because the sparks were flying on it. My overalls caught on fire and the battery started melting. So that's not too good for it. Right, on to the 8s. Now these 2 I try and keep even. Be interesting to see if I've managed to do that. I cycle them mostly in the vacuum, so it'll be interesting to see how close they are to each other. Number 1, what have we got? 47. No battery health at all. Wow. Okay. I'm going to have to do some more research on that, I think. Because that's not the charge. Remember, the charge is this one here. And that one is the battery health. That's disturbing. Especially what? Only 47 charges. Never been overheated according to that. Yeah, see? Hasn't been pushed in amperage or heat or anything like that to draw the current. Get the right word out, mate. So, well, that's a little bit perplexing and a little bit worrying. Let's try this one. These do get drained down pretty fast though in the vac. 46, there we go, that's perfect. Look at that, 1 apart from each other. I've been doing it right. And 2 bars showing. Okay, so that is all of the 40 volt. Do you want me to do the 18 volt? Have we got time? Looking at the time, we'll be at like 15 minutes, sort of thing. Okay, let's go. Let's try the 14s first. I've got 2 of those, and that's it. Just take one out of the battery, the radio that I put in just a moment ago. And I'll bung that on there while I go grab some. Oh, it's not going to fit on there, dumbass. This is just for the 40 volt. Take that off. 18 volt straight on the tool, or LXT. That one, of course, not being 18 volt, but 14 volt. And I'm just grabbing some more batteries now. So the first 14 volt only had 5 charges. You will recall me, if you're a regular of tools and stuff, that I got that with an impact driver a few months ago. So 14.4, number 1, 5 charges. This came from Japan, that's why everything's written in Japanese. And everything good here. This is done slightly differently on the LXT. Instead of having the graphs like it had on the XGT, they've got a percentage. So the amount of times, if for instance you had over discharged this 1 time out of 100 charges, that would be 1%. If it had only ever been used once and you'd thrashed the daylights out of it and over discharged it and overheated it and everything, then this would say 100% on these. So 0 is good, fully charged, 16.2 volts, 14.4 volt battery, and that is of course all good. And the other one, probably pretty similar. 3 charges, barely done a thing. Not been overheated or anything, all good. Battery health, no problem at all. Right, let's take a look at some of the 18s, which must be getting up there fairly high in charge. Let's start with a set with B written on them. So these ones were originally review batteries, but are now not used because they've gotten up there too high in the charge. Because as you can see, that's pretty high. 101. But pretty good health, and you know, only been overheated and stressed 5% of its life, so about 5 times, seen as it's 100, about 5 times out of that 100. But battery health all good, so that's good to see. The other B, hopefully around the 100 mark as well. 107. Perfect there, so that's all good. And as you can see, slightly discharged because it'll be over 20 when a 18 volt battery is fully charged. That's why companies like DeWalt say 20 volt. When really they're exactly the same batteries, they're still just 18 volt. Right, what have we got here? T1, T1. So once again, these are all done in pairs because I had them in pairs for doing reviews if I needed to do 18x2 tools, so I tried to keep them roughly the same amount of charges, and well, we'll see how well that did. So 27 on that one, and all good there. So that's good. And that's still within range of being able to do reviews with that. This one, hopefully similar, 28. Wow, I've done better at this than I thought I would have. And all good there as well. These ones looking a lot better than the XGT ones thus far. 19.3 though, they're not quite charged. Now, I don't know where all my 18 volt batteries are. That one's a fairly new one. This one's got T2 written on it. Somewhere there'll be another T2. But I don't know where it is at the moment. Dum-de-dum. I'll go have a very quick little look, see what I can find. Oh, I just remembered I gave a couple to my wife to do some gardening up at her mother's, so that may have been the other T2. Anyway, what's this one? T2 35. Boom, all good there, sweet. And this one here is a fairly new battery, new review one. I haven't even numbered it, marked it. I only had 4. So if you've watched my reviews recently, this battery would have been the one you would have seen if it was an 18 volt tool, most likely. Boom, 100% 4. So, I do have another one in a box that I haven't even used yet. Do you want to see what one looks like when it's never been used? One moment. So, this is a brand new one that's just come out of a kit that I bought that I haven't even charged yet. Oh, I'm not showing anything. Usually they have sort of one light, but nothing showing there. Might have been sitting around a while. Should come up as 0 on here. There you go. No charge, no charges. Full battery health though, so that's all that matters. Everything will be pretty blank. 11.9, that's pretty low. Right, so that is most of my batteries. I won't bother trying to find all the other 18 volt ones. yeah, I'll go through those numbers and add up how many charges I've done. So only one lot of batteries on the 18 volt that are over 100, so there's two over 100, one XGT over 100 and another one pretty close. The ones that are over 100 I might consider selling now, and then put that money towards buying fresh batteries again, so that I never have. People often ask me, how many times do batteries die on you? It's like pretty damn rarely, because I sell them before they die. So, because some people prefer buying second-hand batteries for some reason, so hey, who am I to argue with people who want to buy second-hand batteries? Because there's always a steady supply of those around here. Now I wish I had these for all the other sort of brands. It would be interesting to check all my other batteries and see what condition they're in and see how many charges they've had, but I've only got a Makita one. So thanks for watching. If you sat all the way through that, listening to me ramble and talk about numbers of batteries, and I'll go put all these back on my stealth mounts in the shed, and I'll see you on another video on tools and stuff, or this one, builds and stuff, or my other one, which so many people seem to think isn't my channel, voiceless tool reviews. A lot of people on that channel in the comment section say, hey, stop stealing people's stuff. I'm not stealing it, it's my stuff. I've just, yeah, it's different. I know it doesn't look like it's my channel, but it is. My wife does that one. So short versions of all the other videos with music over the top, but they are done by me. It's not stolen. I'm not stealing it from myself. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. See you later. Happy New Year. Yeah, go and check out that video over on tools and stuff. See ya. Oh yeah.